we're talking about the word fuck.
絶対ダメなんだ。
絶対ダメ。
くっそうま。
そう。
くっそ最高じゃんとかね。
fucking love this song.
あ、そうそう、この歌マジくっそ最高。
すごいね、今日のトピック。
今日はね、確信に迫っちゃおうと思います。何でしたっけ、トピックは。
Well, we're talking about the word fuck.
要は、その fuck ってダメってすごい聞くんだけどね。どれぐらいダメなのかとか、でもダメって言うけど、よく聞くけどなって思ってる人いると思うんですよ。っていうことで、どれぐらいダメなのか、使うならどうやって使えるのか、ダメっていう時ってなんでダメなのかとかを話していきたいと思います。なんか使い方 How to use ってちょっとなんかあったりする？
I don't know.
Roughly.
Roughly, there's a few ways to say the word. So we know it's an offensive word, so it depends on how you put the word out. So for example, if I see someone and say, hey, fuck you, that it's very offensive. Because I directly, without any filter or without any emotion that hides the fact that it might be like not offensive or like casual. So if I direct it directly and say, hey, fuck you, then of course it's a negative thing. But if I say like, hey, you look fucking awesome. I said fucking as well, but it's in a different context. And I said awesome at the end. So I actually use the word fuck in a good way, even though it's a bad word.
誰かを指して fuck you っていうことはやっぱダメなんだね。
そう。
もう絶対ダメなんだ。
絶対ダメ。
でも fucking cool とかちょっと口が悪い感じかな。だから多分日本語で言うともう本当に fuck you って言っちゃうともう本当のガチのもうちょっと言いたくないんだけどさ、死ねみたいな。
そう
感じね。
In English, bad words are much more usual to say, and people are not scared to say them. People don't really filter them. That's why we use them in casual language. That's why we say, you look fucking awesome.
これクソうまいとかね。
Yeah.
やっぱ綺麗ではないけど、it's not pretty けど。
So, in English neither. でも、
くっそうま。
そう。
くっそ最高じゃんとかね。綺麗ではない。日本語も English も fucking awesome, fucking good. It's not pretty けど、でも good meaning だよね。
そう。
ということで使われるってことね。だからもう誰かを指さして fuck you だけは絶対ダメということですね。
That's kind of a good introduction to our first point that I want to discuss with you guys, or we want to discuss with you, is to understand the power of the word. Every word has power, and we know that it's an offensive word. That's why you need to understand that some words are offensive, even though you use them, and some words don't sound pretty, like you said. I would say it to you when we're only the two of us.
友達同士とかでね。
But I wouldn't say it here.
そうだね。
Today, ちょっと different けどね。
Today はちょっと different けど。
Understand the power of them, and you have to always use them with a risk that you might offend someone. So if you don't really know, and that's kind of like the next point, recognize the context.
使っても大丈夫な時とか、使わない方がいい時っていうのを覚えておくってことですよね。
So wait, like now that you know the power, and you know that you could offend someone, you have to figure out, can I use it in this context?
そうね。今日この話聞いてる時、クソに置き換えて聞いてもらえるといいかも。一番イメージしやすいかも。なんか選びますよね。誰といる時に言えるか言えないかとか、どういうシチュエーションの時に言えるか言えないかとか。同じことですね。
Of course, until here. Because now the third point is to be mindful of cultural differences. So in Japan, everyone is Japanese.
はい。
So you can't really offend people, or if you want to offend people, you know exactly how to offend them. People speak the same language everywhere. But English, guys, is spoken all around the world. Okay, and there's like American English, there's British English, there's Australian English, and people use slang or people use this type of words differently, maybe depending on their culture. And not only in native English speaking countries, but also in other countries where English is the second language. Like if you go to Germany and you say, that's fucking awesome, they might be like, oh, why did you say it that way? Because they wouldn't say it that way, right? So be mindful of cultural differences. Not every culture uses these type of words the same way.
そうね。これはでも English ならではかもしれない。As you said.
And be aware of the use of the language whenever you follow a certain stereotype. Okay? And that's point number 4. If you listen to hip-hop and rap music, these kind of words are normal, okay? But it's a stereotype that because it's okay in music and in those settings, that you can use it also always, and it's fine to use it in normal conversations. So avoid stereotypes.
そうね。
It's the same thing with foreigners that come to Japan and they start speaking some Japanese they heard in anime.
そうか。
You
お
know?
前はもう死んでいるとかで言ってるもんねみんな。
Yeah, そうだよ. And
や
it's
めた
like
方がいいもんね。
actually it's not a good thing to say.
すごいのグッ
お
センだね。
前はもう死んでいるでしょ。
確かに。
これやばくない? And in English it's the same thing. So just because you hear it somewhere doesn't mean
な
that
るほ
we
ど
speak it that way.
それすっごい good example.
Yeah. So how do you know that actually? That's our last point in that introduction part, I would say, which is practice active listening. And practice active listening doesn't mean that you listen to rappers and movies and TV shows. It means that you listen to actual conversations. Personally, I love watching debates. If someone out there is into that, watch a debate in English. See how they communicate, because they're quite polite, but sometimes a debate can get like really strong. So they might use things like fuck off and whatever, but you will see the context and you were like, oh, that was offensive, or like, oh, that was actually okay in that situation. Only then you will actually get the feeling to or like for using it.
Personally, I recommend those like reality shows. なんかさ、リアリティショーってさ、いろんなキャラクターがあるから、You can also say like, this type of personality の人ってめっちゃ使ってるみたいな。でも、this type of personality の人ってなんか多分ちょっと uncomfortable で言うとか。I was at reality show, and you recommend debate.
Yeah, but now we kind of like talked a lot about like what's bad about it and how to be careful about it. But the real question that we asked at the beginning was, so when is it okay to use it then? There's actually 3 ways that we express it. So the first, be amongst friends. If you're amongst friends and you say something like fuck or fucking or shit or whatever, damned, it's okay. It's your friends. If it's a group of people and you don't know the people 100%,
you don't use it,ね.
You don't use it. We can use it if you really know how to use it, you can use it with strangers too. But then you really need to know
そうだね。
the context and the feeling.
You really need to know that it's okay.
Exactly. Like for example, so you're in the convenience store in America and it's raining outside and you can say to the clerk, I fucking hate rain. The clerk will probably laugh because the context, no one likes rain, and the context in this situation will be fine. Like you really need to know how to use it. That's why you hear it outside, because the people know the usage of it a lot. So if you don't know, and a good way to start using it if you really want to is with very close friends.
そうね。
And then we already talked about that actually a little bit, but we had to include it. So in certain professions you hear it a lot, so which is like music and comedy, especially comedy as well. So comedy uses a lot of curse words because we all know they're
そうだ
bad.
ね。
We all know they're bad. That's why we laugh about it. It has a curveball. Like you know that it's going to hit the spot whenever you say something that people think but don't speak. And as soon as somebody says that, then you're like, haha, he said it. Or she or whatever. But when do we use it the most? I think we use it the most when expressing strong emotions. When expressing strong emotions, like something we're really upset about.
なんかみたいなね。もう最悪みたいな。
So a strong expression in both ways, like in the negative way like this, and in the positive way, it's like the ramen yesterday was fucking amazing.
昨日のラーメンクソうまかった。
そうそう。
はいはいはいはいはいはい。
And for you guys to make it easier to understand, we have some example sentences. So when you want to use it in a positive, enthusiastic way, you can say like something, dude, did you see that movie? It was fucking awesome. We talk about movie, clothing, food, everything that can be great, okay? If you put a fucking in front of that, I fucking love this song.
あ、そうそう、この歌マジクソ最高。
And then, of course, another strong expression is in anger or in dissatisfaction when we're dissatisfied, when we're not satisfied with something. For example, I'm so over this job. I'm so over this job. I can't deal with this fucking stress anymore. Everything after fucking is like where I put the emphasis.
はいはいはい。
So fucking stress, that 本当に stressful みたいな. And then maybe another sentence as well, like I can't believe it's already Monday tomorrow. Fuck my life. この fuck my life, there is I hear it so many times and I say it so many times. I missed my train and マジで fuck my life、
It means 最悪。
Yes.
でも最悪の結構もっと最悪で、
そうそう。
なんか
本当に最悪。We could go on and on with so many sentences and examples, but I think you get the point now on what it means to be aware of the word, then to know in what situation to use the word, and then what kind of sentences you can use in order to kind of like include the word. So, yeah, that's all for today,
That's
actually.
all だね。
Yeah.
ではありがとうございました。
Thank you guys. Take care.
毎日残業で休みもなくてボーナスもないしくっそだなこれ。
Fucking stressful.
Fucking stress.
Japanese is the same thing. What? You went like really deep into